The guitar making process begins with wood selection, and this would typically take place in a lumber yard. Only certain cuts of wood can be used, so this can be a bit of a time-consuming process where we need to move the woods with the forklift, as you can see, and choosing them to be at the right size is important as well to avoid any wastage. Once the right piece of wood have been selected, they are then brought to the sawmill. This step requires a person who is very highly skilled to be able to pull this off. Mr. Pang in the video here slices them down to 6 millimeters, and quite accurately. As you can see, he's doing it freehand as well. These matching pieces are what we call as a book match. So this is how the tops and backs are matched. The book match pieces are then carefully checked for any defects, holes or cracks, etc. They are then further cut to size and sent to be dried or stored properly. Once that's done, the book match pieces are glued together to make either the top or the back of the guitar. These are taped together just to prevent them from moving, and they are held together with this little jig to prevent them from warping while we clamp them down. We wait for them to dry. These woods are then roughly cut to shape on the bandsaw. Then they are run through the sander just to get them to the right thickness for the top and the back. This is gluing on the back strip, which is to add strength and to prevent the back from splitting over time. Then it comes down to the side bending process. After these pieces of wood have been sanded down to the right thickness, they are soaked in water. They are then inserted into this little jig where a heating blanket is placed over them, the orange color blanket, as you can see. This heats up. The waist of the guitar is bent first, and then followed by the lower bout and the upper bout. This step takes years of practice to master. Too slow and you burn the wood, too fast you end up breaking it. Once they have cooled down, they are removed from the jig and they are fitted into a mold, as you can see. This step is just to retain their shape. The excess woods are then cut off. And this will be done just before we glue in the neck and the end blocks in place. This would function to hold the whole guitar together and to add strength to the top end and the bottom end of the guitar. Now the rosette is an important part of the top. In addition to just making it look nice, it also functions as a reinforcement for the top, since once you cut a little hole into it, it weakens the whole structure. The veneers are 0.6 millimeters. They are selected and glued in for decorative purposes. The back is also braced for added strength, as with the top. This is the traditional X brace being used here, and this functions as both a structural support and also to shape the tone of the guitar. The bridge plate, the finger braces and the tone bars are later glued in as well, and they are seen being clamped here. These are then later shaped to voice the guitar, to make it sound how you would like it to. That is all for the first part, and we'll talk more about the next process in the following video.